Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to learn about the quadratic formula. I am going to give you the introduction, types of method, and we will learn about the simplification with examples. So let's start with the intro. Factoring quadratic is the method of expressing the polynomial as a product of its linear factors. It is a process that allows us to simplify quadratic expressions, find their roots and their equation. A quadratic polynomial is of the form of ax square plus b of x plus of c, where a, b, c are the real numbers. Factoring quadratics is the method that helps us to find the zeros of the quadratic equation. In this mini lesson, we are going to learn about the fascinating concept of factoring quadratics, the formula for factorization of the quadratic equations along some solved example for a better understanding, inshallah ta'ala. Factorization of quadratic equation can be done using some different methods, and first of all, in that method, first come the splitting middle term, then we use quadratic formula, and the last one is completing square. So we are going to learn about the each of the types in each of the lesson, inshallah ta'ala. I am going to give you the brief intro, and then I'll give you the explanation about each of the types. So let's start. Here I have taken an example for you to make you understand. This is our a square plus 10a plus 25. Well, if we consider this quadratic equation, we will see that these are my constants a, b and c, and here the single variable is of x. These are the constant, this one is the constant if we just consider the question with the general equation. Okay, so we are going to do, first of all, we are going to apply the splitting middle term formula. Middle term form. How we can split it into middle term form? Let's have a look. First of all, the question is a square plus 10a plus 25. What we have to do is to consider the right and the left terms. How many terms we have? 1, 2, 3. The first and the third term we will consider. The first term has the coefficient as 1. Write the coefficients over here for your conveniency. The last term has the coefficient 25. So what we gonna do, we are going to see that 25, we have to multiply these two coefficients together. 1 multiplied by 25 is 25. So the product is 25. Over here the product is 25. I have taken the first and the last coefficient, then I took the product. So product I got 25. So what we have to do is to consider the middle term, and if we do the subtraction or addition, we supposed to get this very term, and if we multiply these two terms, we supposed to get the product as same as the 25. So over here 1 times 25 is 25. So another roots are 5 times 5 gives you also a 25. 25. So if we consider this 5 and 5, these two factors, if we add them up, we will certainly get 10, which is the required middle term over here. So I am going to take this product rather than this one. It is also giving us 25 as product, but my requirement is to fulfill the demand of the middle term as well. 5 plus 5 gives you 10, right? So I am going to write it in such a way a square plus 5, and the constant over here is a, and again the constant and the variable. So 10a breaks into the form of 5a and 5a. A is our variable that changes and the 5 is our constant. So 25 remains same. This is the rough work over here. So now what you're gonna do is you can see how many terms you can see over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So we are going to break them up into two forms. Okay? I'm going to take the common out of it. So I can see the variable is the common thing. So I will write a over here, and if we divide this whole unit by a, we will get bracket a square divided by a is single a plus 5a divided by a is a and a cancelled, 5 remains same. Similarly over here, if you see a is not constant over common over here, the constant is common. 5 and 25 comes in the same timetable. So 25 and 5 is the factor of 25. So we will write 5 out, and if we divide the whole term by 5, I will get only a. If I divide 25 by 5, I will get 5. Okay, I got these two roots same. So I am going to write the same factors first, and coincidentally I got a plus 5 as the next factor. You can leave it over here or you can write it like this as well, because they are both same. So we will write it like this. Both are the right answers. Okay, this is the first example done. Let's begin with another second example. Over here I am taking a little bit hard question. 16a square plus 40ab plus 25b square. Same scenario, a is x square, this is our quadratic equation, b x plus c. Now what we have over here, I am not going to be confused with this ab. I will take it as the variable. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to consider it 16a square plus 40ab plus 25. So the first term and the last term has 16 and 25. I will take the product, and I have done my homework over here. 16 and 25 gives me total product of 400. So what I am going to do is to hold this 400. I have to obtain this number, but as well the middle term is saying that it is 40, positive 40. So I have to find out that number which we multiply to, it will give us for 400 as a product, and if we add or subtract, it will give us 40. Okay, so that number would be 20 multiplied by 20. You know that very well. 2 2s are 4 and 00 400, and if we add it up, so 20 makes 40. Easy. What I'm going to do, I'm going to write 16a square plus 20ab, write the variable as it is, 20ab plus 25. You have nothing to do with the variables, you have only consider the middle term and the first term, the first and the last term. You have to work for the middle term. You have to find out the product first with using the first and the last term, and then once you got the product, you have to work on the middle term. You have to add or subtract in order to find the same middle term. If it is negative 40, you supposed to obtain it in the way of negative 40. Okay, so do as the question says. Now next thing is, I have this 60 and this 20 over here. So I am going to break this up into two portions. So first portion says 16a square plus 20ab. So what I am going to do is to write 4 as common, and I have a as common. So I will write, if I divide 16a square by 4a, I will simply get 4a over here, plus if I divide 20ab by 4a, I will get 5b, then plus sign as it is. Next, the common thing is 5 and b. ठीक है, 5b. So I will write 4a plus 5b. Okay, I write it over here again. These two factors are same, so I will write 4a plus 5b plus, sorry, bracket 4a plus 5 of b. Again, coincidentally I got two of the brackets same. It is not necessary that these two factors and the inside factors should be same. So now you can write it like this, or you can write it in the form of square. Base is same, power will be added up. So this is our final answer, and this is how to solve the quadratic using splitting middle term formula. So this is how we have done two of the examples. I hope that you have understood the method completely, and if you know, or if you have any of the confusion or the question, you can leave it in the comment box. And for your information, I have taken these questions from the very book of mathematics from the class grade 8 and 9th. So you can definitely get the concept from grade 8, 9 and 10 easily of the quadratic equations. I hope that the video can help you out. Inshallah Taala, we'll meet you for in the next video with the next method. Allah Hafiz.